Hello everyone, how good of you to join and welcome to, the last DLC of Anno 1800. It has been confirmed as well, Season 4 is the last one, and this is the last DLC that Anno 1800 receives, the New World Rising. It is finally upon us, and the New World Rising, oh my god, it adds a lot. Be sure to check out my New World Rising feature video where I show all the new features that we have, especially the new map expansion in the New World that adds a kind of like Crown Falls Island to the New World with a whole lot of new stories and new monuments to add. We also got the tier 3 now artistas for the New World. We got a new palettes for our buildings and new production chains, and we got the new scenario Pride and Peddlers. And this is what this Let's Play is all about. Madame Kahina and the cheeky artista embark on a quest to save the ancient artifacts of the New World in this trade's tale. But all is not what it seems. Master the markets to expose a secret better left unspoken. And for that, let's have a quick look into the scenario menu. We got now quite a lot of scenarios available already. And there it is, Pride and Peddlers. An artist collective strives to save the cultural heritage of the New World. Their ranks buoyed by the mysterious Madame Kahina, we are playing her, an authority on the art trade. But who knows what she is truly after and who is after her in this tale of treasures. And this scenario is all about trading and managing your finances. And this should be really interesting, I think. Let's get cracking.
Offer empty frames and painted promises.
A choice of our future artworks, and a chance, madame, to do some good in the world.
Ruining my reputation, risking my assets to help you outtrade my richest customers?
Please, madame, these people are thieves. There's no end to what they will take, with their cannons and coins and their clever little deals. We've left them unchallenged, and this is what we've come to. A Messoan god, used as Hunt's paperweight.
A Messoan god. Such a sight has never graced my Emporio.
Alright, so as we can see, we are playing as Madame Kahina, I think, from her perspective.
I could do with a challenge. One last wager.
I never heard her voice before, I think.
One more chance to feel the wind in my hair.
Pride and Peddlers. Return of the relics. There we are with a smaller fleet starting out on an empty map.
Fleet ready?
And banana boom we have right now, rich in potassium, high in fiber. And what do we need to do now? Let's have a look. Build a trading post to settle on an island. Let's take the biggest island that we can find. Probably this one here. And out here we have our ships.
Them with a smile and offer them my wares. It would be rude not to let them contribute to their own demise.
Right, we also got a steamship, Terror. That is a fitting name for a steamship. A clipper. We got lots of aluminum, so I think we'll also see some airships then here. Rest assured, madame, that no one but you is allowed to settle on these untouched islands. The locals have quite enough of the rest. They'll see to it that you are left in peace. And yeah, we do have now different islands. What is that? There is some debris here, I think, that we can pick up. Part of the mission. And then we got some traders here. Malkin.
Better be worth it.
Ah, Miss Hunt.
A great pleasure that you come.
And the silver. And all of them have certain goods, items that they sell. Alright, will be important next, I think.
New orders.
Here's the building materials, the Endeavor. And yeah, that's a right good beach harbor area there. Making a mark. So the New World has much to offer. Choose an island to start building your trade empire. Alright, the shippies arrive and it is time to settle once more. 10,000 money it cost us, pesos we have, alright. To start building our trade empire.
But at least people will know where to find us.
And let's go ahead. Of course, as always, start with a bit of a road, even though the road is quite expensive, so I'm not going to make a big road here right away. Attract the first jornaleros to our little islands. So let's go ahead and start with that. Probably somewhere over here. Let's make it like that. We have a bit of a harbor area then as well. A letter to Kahina as well. Sail to Paloma's airfield and attract the obreros. Okay. Yep, this looks good. Especially once we pave the roads, we will have maximum reach then. We can have our little marketplace. And let's go ahead. Let's just see what we need for that. Let's fill a few of them. Age of Tradition. And the people supporting our cause are volunteers. You will not be gaining income for covering their most basic needs. That's good to know. So no tax income for now. They want black market goods. That's a new good type that we have. That would be canned food, biscuits, and lemonade. Nothing else though at the moment. Let's go ahead and have us a smaller wood production here in the back that we're going to need. Let's keep the timber though with it, right? So just in case we do need that for something else then later on. I think we might need it at some point. That was really expensive, by the way. Almost 10,000. Let's try to finish that first mission here right away. This one's coming along, and now we also need to sail to Paloma's airfield with one of my other ships. Let's just have a look. I do have something still. Oh, there we found some crates. Let's also get over here. There's the airship then. First mission completed. Back to business. It's time to trade. Those who own the most can change the rules of the game. Once you reach a certain level of wealth, you can scuttle your opponents until they have no choice but to sell you their artifacts. It doesn't matter if you're selling goods via trade routes or sending ships to your rival's trading post. Just make sure you make a profit. So we do now need to make goods that we can sell at our opponents, right? So Malkin here, for example, he would purchase timber, cotton, and corn that we can sell to him. We also have Miss Hunt here with plantain, caoutchouc, and cotton. And we have the silver with fruits, tobacco, plantains, and coal. Do we have coal? We don't have coal. We have mineral deposits. That is something new that we would have then over there, for example, that we can use for our artistas, I guess. Let's just go ahead and start building the next houses then, because we definitely will need a lot of people here. And we do need to start earning some money there as well. Go ahead. Let's also, can we do this in the scenario? That would be amazing. Yes, we can boost productivity. I'm not doing that. That would be too much. My ships
Stations
are close to this island there. Let's get over there. It's a pretty big map.
My fleet.
And then we also have lots of oil fields here. And more islands over there. Right, we're still not making any money, really. I think we're not going to make any money from these people at all. We've reached town level, and I think it's time then also to start building our first industries, right? So, fried plantain and ponchos they would need. But, and that's the huge but, that's something we cannot sell. So, I'm going ahead all the way over here. And we're starting a second timber production because, of course, one of them is purchasing timber. And I would like to start selling that ASAP to make some money here. That would be over here and also over here. Workforce is not a problem. There you go. And there the ship arrives at Paloma's airfield.
You see, airmail is the way forward.
A letter to Kahina. You have received a letter. The envelope is silky to the touch, the writing tidy and neat. Who could resist a look inside? Can we look inside? Oh, we can look inside. Right, against Miss Hunt. That's always nice. That's the receipt. It is. Oh, and there is also more military ships now popping up. I hope we don't have to do any fighting there. Let's continue. We need to continue building a few more jornaleros. So just these.
I think of my papa, toiling under the sun. He never said what his role in the movement was, but he always spoke highly of Simón Sarmiento.
And with that, Bonita Lucia is continuing to grow. There's, by the way, a massive tree here right in the center of it that I probably would like to keep just for the sake of it. Another thing is, of course, the banana boom that strikes me now. So we probably should sell some plantain because that might be profitable. Let's go ahead and build us a warehouse right up there. And with that, we have our plantain plantations. We do have the workforce. Oh, they have quite a lot of fields. I think this will be better. Well, we can afford that. Even though this is quite expensive. And with that, we have the bananas. And one of them is selling us bananas. Or is purchasing bananas, right? Yep, there it is, Miss Hunt, for 170. Oh, also the Admiral for 136. The crates that we found, we can open to find some resources inside. Sugarcane and timber, if I click on them. It might be worth it to check them on the other ships too. Oh, look at that, a blending tank. Affects the rum distillery with workforce needed 200%, but also producing absinthe and processing sugar. Alright.
On our way.
Get this one back home. We're still making a loss here because the jornaleros don't pay anything. So I do also need to provide them with the ponchos then. Let's have a smaller space for the ponchos. We do have some limestone and bauxite here that I'm going to use. And over there we have some space for some poncho darners, I think, that we can start with now. So we would have the alpaca farm and the poncho darners. The ratio remains the same, right? And we can go ahead then. Let's start with 4 together with those alpaca farms then. Yeah, this worked actually. And 2200, okay. Because I'm also going to sell some of that alpaca wool, right? And we are producing ponchos with the other two. Just in case. We do need to make some profit here. Alright, and we do have some timber on board here now of Terra. And more timber over there that I'm probably going to switch over. The 45 tons. Our first trade we could do with that then already. Anything else? She wouldn't purchase anything else. We have the plantain here. And we have then the timber here for 167, but that's it. Other than timber, nothing we can sell right now. Let's unload these goods. Get the bricks over. And just get us more timber. And get this to Malkin. To make some profit out of that. Our first trade is coming along for our quest that we have. Next production, of course, as always, is the fish oil that we then need for our fried plantain kitchen. And let's start with 1, because I don't think we have the high demand yet, right? And let's have the kitchen right here then, together with the other ones. Just behind it. With the first one. Let's build the remaining jornaleros to really make this complete. And now we basically need just to wait. The ponchos are in now. Fried plantain is coming in soon. And the black market goods I cannot use at all right now. For happiness, we should still provide a chapel, of course. And let's go ahead. Let's build the chapel here by the big tree. I want to keep it. I don't want to delete my tree there. Let's build it right over there. This is still reaching most of the people and is also giving us a nice happiness boost then as well to 17 jornaleros now. Very good. I might be inclined to just copy the whole layout and put it over there for speed's sakes, right? And I think we're just going to do this. Meanwhile, the ship has arrived. Let's just see what we get out of that. 16,000. At least that is something. My first trade. As we can see, out of the 600,000 that I need, already finished some.
The independent artist. How I found my first client.
Alright.
And other adventures.
And we're already full on timber again. I might actually enable a trade route soon. But first, let's just finish those first productions here for my people. Let's have a second fried plantain. And let's build also these two here. Plantations. We should also have lots of plantain by now. Yep.
New orders?
Let's take that with us and sell it too. I think it was...
Coordinates plotted.
Was it the Admiral? It was the Admiral. Very good. For the next trade. And how much would it cost me to settle on one of these? Can I do this? Ah, aluminum. It costs me 10 of that. Alright. You have 55 though. That would be possible. Let's continue with a few more houses then already. In Bonita Lucia. With more people moving in, we also have unlocked more good requests here. So there is also now electric cables that would be up for sale. And oh, Miss Hunt is actually paying 170, right? So she would be, of course, the better purchaser, even though, of course, it is Miss Hunt. I'm not inclined to actually be happy with her, but okay, we'll do it. Let's use some of that timber to further get us more people in. Oh, we also have the first fire. Oh, over there, right? Let's go ahead. Have some fire stations close by. One here and the other one here. We don't need that space this time because there is no tree, of course. And also my ship is getting closer now to Miss Hunt. And by the way, we should have everything in almost. Quickly check it out again. There is a higher consumption though, but we should have everything for that. Let's go ahead and just enable the other ones. So those two and those two kitchens. And I will also need to build fish oil factories on top of that. Nah, let's not make the connection here. That's not the right thing to do. Let's check it out. Yeah, some 12,000, so we can improve our balance with that. And by the way, we do have a positive balance now. Oh, out of trade. Okay, it shows that. Let's make a trade route, our very first one, to keep this a bit more steady, right? And I would like to sell a bit of timber, I think. Yep, to Malkin, and then plantains to Miss Hunt, right? So we are going to make it like so. And in Bonita Lucia, I'm going to take some timber with me and some plantain. And we're going to sell the timber in Calenzia, and in Meridita, we're going to sell the plantains. And African Queen can do the job just fine. One of my smaller ships that we have on that. My paddle steamer, the African Queen, there it is. A new ship. Looking really dandy. Another interesting feature while we're at it, we have now the mass movement finally that I want to show, right? So we can take the whole thing and move it somewhere else. This is not copying right now. This is just moving it right over there, relocating. For the trade, we still need to do something else, and that is enabling some minimum goods, right? A minimum stock of 20 tons for plantains we are going to do. I definitely don't want to run out of that. And for my timber, I'm also going to make, let's make it 30 tons of timber so that we always have a bit of room here to build something. On top of that, right? Let's also finish those guys there. And the chapel. So that we have both districts available now. Finally, we also have the next milestone. We can upgrade. Let's go ahead and upgrade the first people to obreros. We do need 600 for our quest.
You reached a new milestone.
Using all the timber that we have. Age of Independence. With that, we can finally also upgrade our trade post, which we definitely should be doing. Once we have a bit more timber in again.
Attracted many fine young minds, bursting with ideas. But Madame did not seem much taken by them. Always distracted, always gazing out to sea. I was sure it had something to do with those letters.
Alright, I can also see that we don't have any coffee here. So we will need to settle on another island then soon. Let's take some materials than the aluminum with us, for example. And there would be an island here that has also orchard and also the coffee. Down here, there's too many rivers. But I think we'll just go for it. There's no rivers here. And we have coffee. That looks like a good island then. This might also work just fine. This is a big island here that we can take.
Sail!
We also have the building materials. Let's upgrade the trade post. Very important as this is doubling our storage capacities. And let's just check it out. Yes, we do have the depot available. So I could now go ahead and just get us a few more storages out here, creating a smaller harbor area in the process.
For the Admiral.
Meanwhile, our ship is arriving down here to settle on another island here, finally. And this is looking like a good island that we can use for some coffee production. Also, of course, a brick production. Let's get it cracking. Right over here. At the end, we should be able to build it now. There you go. Also with the new water treatment plant. This is interesting. A new building. That I'm not going to build now, though. I cannot do this anyway. We are just going ahead here and building us a smaller brick production. It's the only clay deposit that we have in Bonita Lucia. So I do need to definitely get another island then for that. This is where that island down here is also very good. Because it has a clay deposit. Which the other one does not have.
And I will
Isabel is also introducing herself. Oh, she's close to us.
Or against me.
There you go. And she's also purchasing things. Timber, sails, steel, chewing gums. Of course, we would need to ramp it up there because right now we're not making that much profit. So we should start also making something else. For example, we could make the sails.
We all want you to succeed.
Let's upgrade our trade route because we have 3 slots on the paddle steamer. And I would like to get 100 tons of timber because we just produced that much to also sell it at Carl from Malkin now, right? So he's still purchasing that. I think the price is fixed. It's not changing. So we can definitely make a good profit out of that. I just need to produce a bit more timber, but that's easy anyway. Let's upgrade a few more while we can. Right, because this will, bump us to the next level. So we have finished the first step here. And we had reached the colony status for Bonita Lucia. This also unlocks then the boxing arena that we probably should get along now soon. And my ship has arrived. So let's settle. In Buenos Vientos.
Ready for assignment.
Very good. That will be a good island here for rum production, for caoutchouc. Caoutchouc, I think, is also being sold by, purchased by one of them.
Only because it suits me.
And also on this island here, we can now settle. Let's do this. In Tikike, as it's called, I guess. Get us some more timber over. We are having a way too high overproduction of timber there. Is anyone else purchasing timber? Isabel Samento would be, and she's right around the corner. But she's paying way less than Carl. Who is Carl there? 167 he's doing. So he's still way better for this, right? But let's get some of that timber over to my other islands. With the coffee. Because coffee is something that is very, very valuable. And we're doing this, of course. Let's also build a few more. Those guys. There you go. Mass upgrading to 700 obreros now. And that should not cause me too much trouble there with the... Oh yeah, ponchos. 1 more ton we would need. By the way, just make sure... Let's just make sure that there is no fire going to destroy everything. Build a fire station. And let's also build a fire station down here. For my industry. The bountiful harvest is gone, and with that also the price of plantains has collapsed. To 87 only now. Perhaps someone... Yeah, he's only paying 70. So we will probably go negative now soon. With those price fluctuations. So there are price fluctuations, right? Now we have a bountiful harvest for agricultural goods. That means... Actually, plantain is negative 10%. Right? Price-wise. Taking another hour now for this. Some timber has arrived. Let's build up a smaller second settlement. Right? Very important. Because here we're going to have our coffee. Which we're going to sell then. Hopefully for a profit. And let's just make us a small village here in the center. Really nothing big. With a marketplace here in the center. Using some of that timber that we have. There you go. And also let's use some of that timber here to build us a smaller wood production again. Because this is really valuable, so we can always sell any surplus that we have of timber to the NPCs. Actually, let's make it full. I still have some timber left. Let's use this. Fortunately, I think this one we cannot put into the middle. Nope. Another trait. How much more do we need? We got 80,000 out of 600,000. We need to ramp it up there. We need to produce more. Have a few more jornaleros. And consumption-wise, we are good on those basics now, though. And we can work on the next one. We did the tortillas. That requires then also corn and beef. And I think no one is purchasing that, though. So we should keep it small. Somewhere further away. Oh, by the way, one more thing. Caoutchouc. Where is it? There it is, caoutchouc, right? We do have caoutchouc demand, I think. For a very good price, too. That might be something. Miss Hunt is purchasing caoutchouc. Let's go ahead. Start the caoutchouc business. It only requires 10 farmers, right? So it's a very cheap production. And let's keep it further away. Let's keep it over here somewhere. Caoutchouc though is very expensive. We need to be careful. 2 of them would cost me 20,000. Let's start with 1. For now, that's 9,000, right? Can we bump up its production? Yes, we can, by 50%. This will lead now to a caoutchouc production of 2 tons per minute that we can then sell to Miss Hunt. Oh, we could also use a tractor for this one. And a fertilizer. Very good. So actually, we will keep some space left here for the fertilizers then as well, right? Because we definitely want to have that. At the same time, in our other island, let's use the space and the bit of workforce that we have already for our first coffee plantations. So we can just squeeze them in then nicely here. There is some oil that I would like to reserve though. Let's not do the oil here, right? And just go ahead and have our warehouse then for the coffee in this area. And we can squeeze in a few of them. With the coffee, space-wise, we're just going to squeeze in a lot of them here. In this corner. Our fields of coffee, and one of them costs me 10,000 as well. They're all very expensive. We should make sure that we don't overdo it because we're already pretty low on money. Let's use my... The movement tool is finicky. Let's use my next ship on the next trade route. And this one is going to be the caoutchouc. So in that case here, that is Miss Hunt. Is anyone paying a better price for it? I think not.
A man of action.
Isabel, she would be closer, but she's not doing this. Alright. Another trade route. This time to Miss Hunt. And we're going to take caoutchouc with us. Also, my next ship has reached Buenos Vientos with the building materials. So also here that we can start another settlement. The third one. I'm pretty sure we need to do this, right? Here we do have then caoutchouc, corn, fertility, and cocoa. Plus we also have lots of oil for our tractors. And once again, a smaller settlement for starters. Let's build another caoutchouc plantation. We have the money by now. And I would want to make sure that we are not using the silos just yet. Right? So just a basic farm for now. Doubling our caoutchouc will be very profitable. Yep, and it's getting a bit busy now in my harp area too. Getting all these materials back and forth. Let's build them all at once. Yep, we can do this as we have it.
Are starting to get sick.
And also in Buenos Vientos we have a clay deposit over there. The bridge would cost me 1,000. We can afford this, but not that easy. to get over there. Oh, yeah, of course. Let's build the market there as well. Oh, and also sickness now. And that's 10,000 for the hospital. A bit more money in with the latest trade. Let's build one more plantation. Caoutchouc plantation for the 10,000 that it costs me. And with the other 10,000, I will build a hospital. Because this is looking a bit dire here right now. Let's actually move these obreros away there a bit. And build us the hospital here in the center. Which is really expensive, so we definitely need to have a bit more buffer available there for any kind of future happenings like this one. Alright, a new building here, the outhouse, production, fertilizers, and yeah, well, we do need to have it close to citizens, to houses here that we have. So I guess we're going to build a few of them. Also here, does it actually need a road connection? I think it does not. It does not need a road connection, so we could have it right here in the center. Where's the product though going? Is it going right into my storage? Or does it need to be picked up by a cart? And yeah, it's being then delivered right to the silo over here. So my caoutchouc plantation is now being boosted with what the outhouse is producing. We can build another silo then right away. Right, they're not that expensive, and it's boosting the output just significantly of my plantations here. So both of them are now being boosted as well. With all the dung. And there it is. Fresh from the people of Bonita Lucia. Freshly made. Next product we have is corn. It is really, really profitable. 273 credits. And with the obreros, we can now build this one. Let's quickly check it out where we have it. There it is. Corn fertility in Bonita Lucia is available. And I think we can also use, once again, the dung from the outhouses to boost it further. So I would like to do this very much. Let's go ahead and have our next production. I mean, space-wise, it's getting a bit problematic here now, right? But for now, I think we should be fine. Let's have a corn farm. With its 100 farms. Oh yeah, it's really expensive though. Especially with the fields then. So I need to wait for one of my sales here, which is happening now. There it is. Making a nice profit of 25,000. Very good. And we can use this then right away for this one here, for my plantation, which costs me 3,000 in total. So it's actually cheaper than the caoutchouc, right? And it also has the silo then here right away that I would like to use. Let's go ahead and build another one. And another one as well. And let's actually... Do we do this? Yeah, let's build all of them at once. With that, I will need more silos though. More outhouses. So let's just collect more dung. Here. And here. Of these people. And whilst one, my next ship can now create this new trade route. For, yeah, to Malkin. With the corn. And we're going to Malkin with that. This hopefully should be profitable. It sounds like it will. Off you go.
Ready for assignment.
Of course, it's going to take a while before the first corn rolls in. 3 tons per minute now. So far, so good. Stay tuned.